I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, save the people from the villains, catch the crooks.
Hello, boys and girls. This is Hubba-Hubba, bringing you episode 10 of my XCOM 2 Let's Play series. Quite excited about this episode. Unfortunately, halfway through filming it, I realised I'd made a bit of a schoolboy error and I'd managed to leave my mic off. So at the moment, I'm going to be doing a voiceover the first 40 minutes, then we go back to a live commentary. So apologies for that. I'm going to try not to do it again. But what it does allow us to do is me to take more of a reflective look back in terms of what's going on, why I'm doing it, and reacting to what's on the screen. So might give you some more insights into the tactical decisions I'm making. So I'm off to look at the proving ground now to see if there's any other technologies that we can take advantage of to improve our outcomes in the game. So we've got a skulljack, and it's got an exclamation mark in it because it is a mission item. I just haven't got around to building it yet. These exosuits are exciting me. I do need some better armour. So, yeah, I think I'm going for that. Absolutely. Likewise, the blue screen protocol is definitely going to enhance the game. It means that we can take on some of the mechanised alien units a little bit better with some extra penetrative ammunition. Go on. Yep, done. Experimental ammo would be nice. As with the skulljack, I'm going back to look at it. Obviously, it's a mission item, but at 50 supplies, it's just too many, seeing as I've only got 67 supplies shown top right-hand corner in that little menu up there. So, what else can we have a look at? See the Viper snakehead autopsies going on for 3 days left. Just wondering what type of technology we get out of that. And then in the engineering division, what else? Can only be weapons and armour I'm interested in. I think the rest of them are just red herrings at the moment. The Gremlin Mark II squad desperately want that, but 50 supplies is a bit expensive. And all the weapons are squad upgrades, and 150 supplies and 90 supplies, quite expensive. Predator armour, very much nice to have. Again, need 150 supplies. So they're going onto my list of get supplies right now type deal. That's obviously a priority. I want to go and try and find some supplies. Don't think from memory there are any supplies on the map. So I'm looking for next best options really in terms of time. Right, so obviously going to try and burn up some days on the info item. Viper autopsies come through. I'm just wondering what technological advance we get from that. Let's have a quick look. Battlefield medicine comes through from the proving ground, so that looks like it might be quite interesting. So a quick look at that in your own time. Here we go. The venom injected by the Viper into its victims is nasty stuff, capable of taking down even the toughest, biggest soldier. However, it also contains a number of enzymes that could be isolated for use in our medikits, greatly improving coagulation at wound sites. That sounds interesting. From memory, I think we're going to go with the Muton here, because he's only 4 days, 7 days for the Illyrium. Yeah, indeed. So these animated transitions are a little bit boring. I did say I was going to try and cut them out, but I think it gives you an up-close and personal look at some of the aliens, and as the aliens get more exotic, then they might be more interesting, so I've left them in. Alrighty, back to progressing the time count. Ooh, the exosuit is now complete. That's good news. And there's one being added to the inventory, so that's excellent news indeed. And also the experimental heavy weapon, sorry that was. Wow, amazing news. A landed UFO. I got really excited when I saw this first time around. Takes me back to the first couple of evolutions of UFO, where there was quite a lot of UFO investigation. Quite tense, but quite exciting at the same time. So, madly up for this one. So it's an immediate launch, I think, from memory. Indeed. Pull all sorts of exciting technology out of them, if you get a successful mission. Now, one of the things that I did off camera between episodes was improve the look and feel of the squad through just cosmetic uniform and armour, paint styles, if you like, armour, customization, tailoring them. Servalan looking quite dashing in a black and white, which she was used to wear quite a lot of black and white, as did Avon in Blake 7. And we're just giving her an upgrade on the weapons. I think I gave her just the regular 5 plus 5 for a no cost action on it with a shot. I think I saved the advanced hair trigger for somebody else. So we've got, this is Hubba-Hubba weapon. Hubba-Hubba's weapon, sorry, easy for me to say. It's got a repeater on there already, 3 instant kills, and we're going to give him an advanced hair trigger. That gives a 10% saving to bonus action chance. It's a 10% perk, sorry. No further upgrades there. I think I just took... Oh, coup de grace was looking quite sorry for himself there. And as you can see, some of the weapons... Sorry, some of the armour has been updated. Wow, that's Connor... Jack Connor, sorry. And Wilder Killer, not looking very great for himself. Cookie Monster, still not got enough experience to upgrade his costume, although I'm going to be going with the happy, smiley type of face. So that was just a quick run through of who's coming on the mission. And looks like a bunch of likely lads. I don't think, from memory, there's anything we can build on. We'll have a quick look. But it was at this point I realised that there was one of those exoskeletons floating around, so I just wanted to make it available for the team. Now just trying to work out who is going to get the exo armour, I think. And there it is, sorry, the exosuit. But felt it was probably going to be a waste on Servalan, given that she's normally all at the back of the bus and stuff. So I've changed that. We'll probably want to give it to somebody who's more front line when it comes. Look at him looking. Pick yourself up, man. Give it to somebody who's a little bit more in close proximity to the aliens. So from memory, I think it was Avon, given that he's had quite a run of successes. He's typically leading the front charge, so let's see. Let's give him the exosuit. Wow, that's quite nutty. Yeah, well, going to be interested to test it out in the field and see how it improves. Oh, right, I see. Rocket launcher. That's going to come in handy. Very nice. He even looks rather pleased for himself. So, looking forward to putting him into the field and seeing what he can do. Oh, look, there's a detail, the close-up of the rocket launcher. Looks decent. So, I think that's it in terms of the rest of the teams. Here's me checking and make sure there wasn't exo armor for everybody, and there isn't. It was just the one piece. We've got Servalan, Hubba, Boris, Jack Connor, Care Avon, off to the UFO site. Operation Skyhand. Exciting. And off we go. Let's have a look at this. Quite garish in terms of their outfits, but there you have it. Oh, that's exciting. That's the first UFO I've seen on the ground, so very much looking forward to this mission. And as you can see, we're in concealment, so that's decent. Gives us a small advantage in terms of first engagement, as long as we're careful with it and don't squander it. So it doesn't look like there's any time penalties on us, so I was feeling quite... I felt like I was going to take my time with this and make sure that we gave ourselves a good showing. And just to explain, obviously, any movements, each character, if you look at the guy's got two chevrons underneath his health bar, that's indicative of 2 actions per turn. If you stay within the blue barrier, perimeter barrier, then that's a 1 turn move, which affords you 1 other action, which could be shooting or going to Overwatch. And then the yellow perimeter boundary is the maximum extent you can move, but that would be a full, well, it'd be a run, but it'd be a full 2 move event. So once there, it leaves you with no further action, so it reduces the flexibility of what you're doing. What I'm doing here is starting from the back, typically a rolling advance, and the guys moving at the back move forward. That means the guys that are a bit close to the front have a little bit more flexibility and be able to provide a little bit of cover. Obviously, I'm going to put Servalan into an elevated position. I think she gets a perk, from on high perk. This is 7 of 9 being moved up to that rather advantageous wall there. And Jack Connor we're going to put into Overwatch. Hubba-Hubba's going to Overwatch. And Boris we want to move up. Probably not that far. There we go, he's got some half cover there. Although that is a full 2 moves, so there's no Overwatch for him. And we do see our alien friends. The Muton looks like a regular soldier and a shield bearer, I think it looks like. Oh, that's very pleasing. That's really good grouping for for some high explosive ambushing. So I think what I'm doing here, obviously the red areas are the bits that if you step on you're going to get seen by the aliens, although from time to time I do get seen from aliens when I'm not stepping on them as well, which is a little bit frustrating, but you know, it's not precise science, I guess. So what the idea now is to bring up a heavy hitting squad members into a fire pattern that gives them an Overwatch and an advantageous position with which to react to the aliens once they've triggered the Overwatch. So it's basically just an ambushing precursor. And then I'll be using one of the, typically use a grenade, a rocket, or the grenade launcher to initiate the alien move. So what I'm doing now is just positioning the squad into that advantageous fire pattern. There's Hubba-Hubba going in. And he's going straight into Overwatch. Jack Connor. Obviously that wouldn't be a great move. I think it was probably just checking where the aliens were. Right. What I'm doing here with Boris is he's probably going to initiate the move with his grenade launcher. I know this is Avon. I was just checking it was in range. So if I moved him for somebody else to move up, he was still going to be in range, and that's what I was able to ascertain from that quick measurement. Straight long watch for Servalan, standard, and then Jack Connor can move up to Boris's old site, so it's just that straight roll replacement in terms of positions. Right, so into Overwatch for Jack, I believe. Yep. Now we just need Avon to initiate the attack and see what falls. I think he's going to be using his... Yes, he is. He's going to be using the rocket here. And all three are handily in the explosion area of effect. Exciting. Great effect on target there, so yeah, all three are quite badly damaged. Now, what do you say about that, guys? And off and running. One down. Servalan's taking a shot, scores a good 6 roll, not dead, and then Hubba-Hubba takes him out. That's a squad wipe. Can't do better than that for your opening move. So it's cleared the field, and gives us luxury of a couple of additional items to pick up, but gives us for a reset potentially for another ambush. First things first, we need to identify where the next likely location is going to be for the aliens. I think at this point I was struggling. I hadn't realised that 2 members of the team hadn't had all of their moves, and felt that it had become my turn again. And it's not, it's just the 2 members of the team that didn't shoot, who hadn't exhausted all of their moves. So I'm just finishing those off now. And then it will be the aliens' turn. So it looks like it's just Boris to move. And I've decided to put him into Overwatch, which is fine. Alien activity. And then back to us. So it didn't seem like there was a great deal of activity. Typically, the duration of the alien activity will give you some indication of how many numbers of opposing aliens there might be. So on that count, it doesn't look like there's a great many left, which is also encouraging. But then I see that the distress beacon is showing 6, so suddenly we have got a countdown timer in terms of getting the mission completed, which was to deactivate the distress beacon. So I've now got 6 turns with which to get that done. Otherwise it's a mission failure, so it does concentrate the mind, and actually makes for slightly more aggressive moves, which is probably good from an audience participation perspective. I'm not overly panicked. I'm still looking to make cover. Looks like I'm still doing covering by the numbers in terms of move and Overwatch. Given over a lot longer Overwatch there for Servalan. And 7 of 9 is going up to take the booty. What did we get? 2 Illyrium cores. That's good. Bit exposed in terms of field position. But she's gone to Overwatch. Now I'm going to move Boris up into a protective position just behind her. I'm sure he's going to get Overwatch as well. He does. I think what I was realising at this point is that potentially, because there's aliens guarding the UFO, that the flanks, the left and right flanks, are open for alien patrols to walk around the UFO from either the left or the right. So I wanted to guard those flank areas, and I think that's what I'm going to do now with Hubba-Hubba. Yep. And that rock, full cover, and into Overwatch. I want Connor to have that space, but I think what I'm going to need to do is move Boris, and then it's again roll into each other's positions. Where's Avon? I think... yeah. I pretty much had the same idea as the left flank with Hubba-Hubba. I wanted to move somebody into the right flank, although it's not going to be 7 of 9. What we can do with Boris? Oh yeah, Boris moves very much more close to the front line here. Another Overwatch, and that should give a nice spot for Jack Con to get behind that rock and half cover. And sure enough, Avon is taking the right flank protection in case some unsuspecting aliens walk around that corner. So it gives us some relatively good protection. Yeah, so I think because Connor's inexperienced, he doesn't have as much movement distance as everybody else, but he is just getting a full two move positioning. Sorry, get that right. He's going to get a full 2 moves there just to bring him into the action a little bit quicker. Right, so we heard some alien activity inside. Don't like the idea that there's a door here, that we open the door and then just sort of say, we're here. So the plan was to make our own door with a grenade, a useful utility device that it is. And I made a final selection, I believe, given that Jack has got the least experience, that he could lob the grenade, leaving everybody else with potential fire actions that they can take down anybody that we see on the other side of the door with. Still worried a little bit about the flanks, but Connor's going to provide the aperture in the UFO side here, hopefully. Indeed. So didn't quite blow out everything I was hoping for. And we are only at 4 turns, so I'm beginning to feel a little bit of anxiety in terms of getting there. So I wanted to move up a little bit more rapidly and start making some egress. 7 of 9, thinking about this, I think I left her on the outside of the hardcover, see if she sees anybody. No, she doesn't, so she goes on Overwatch. Overwatch there for Hubba-Hubba on the left flank. And Avon are brought down on the right flank area. That's just Shen saying that she would like to get hold of the flight computer, I believe. And Overwatch for Avon. Long Overwatch for Servlan. And Overwatch for Hubba-Hubba because I was a little bit worried about that flank. And then Boris I'm going to put right in the smack of the middle there just to bring him ready for the next move, so it gives us force numbers to take down whatever enemies we see. Obviously that was a two chevron move, so he's got no other further actions. Can't see it, but you can see that damage and armour shredding, so we did get an Overwatch attack there on some aliens, which is good. And the aliens realise that we're in their proximity and they make a dash for it. Another 5-shot in there from Hubba-Hubba. And a miss there, I think, from Boris, unfortunately. So, 3 alien targets present themselves. And I'm thinking immediately, need more numbers. And it's going to be around a priority as to who's going to be the best to lead the attack. And leave us some options to flex around failed attacks. And I think from memory we elected to go with a grenade. Standard. Yes, we did grenade launcher. Standard opening or clearing move. Clears some of the cover, which means other people with the small arms can get better shots on target. And and hopefully take out a couple of assailants. So here, I knew there was 2 targets there. I couldn't see this guy that's bottom left-hand corner. So trying to, I knew he was there somewhere, I just didn't know where. So this is me just trying to look for him. I finally decided to click on the icy aliens to identify where they are. And that was the first alien, which tells me where he is. And the second alien, so I suddenly now know where the aliens are in relation to one another. And back to the grenade. See if I can get an explosive error effect that gets both. And I thought I had it there, and I didn't. Fire in the hole. 1 down, and that leaves the other guy completely unharmed. Great. So now it becomes a question of taking out this guy that's closest to us because he's the highest threat potential for us. And from memory, I think it's Avon, and I think I elect a up close and personal type of attack. I didn't want to be too close to the fire, so I thought I'd step back a little bit. And then didn't realise that he was just basically going to walk all the way through the fire, setting light to himself as he went. Skills. Now, 100%. He's obviously saying take the gun out of my face. I'm saying I don't think so. Net effect is a damage of 7. Unfortunately, don't get to see it because of the camera angle. But oh, it looked like it was a 7. Although we've got doesn't look like there's any effects that's happened there. Right, so I'm bringing Jack up to see if he has an opportunist shot on the assailant. Let's see. Come on, Jack. Work your skills. And we've elected for the high threat target. And 6 on target. Not bad. With your hazmat suit, I think we need to probably change that. But we're down to 1 health. Long overwatch for Serverland, and we're down to 1 health on the alien. So I think it's probably no surprise that I'm electing 7 of 9 to take this dude down. Oh, no. I had to change of thought there. And I've brought Hubba-Hubba into play. He has a 61% shot on the guy. So let's see if he takes the shot. And yes, 5 damage. And he only had 1 health, so that's game over for that alien. Now I remember why we didn't use 7 of 9, because this guy's also at low low health, and her slash attack gives her quite a large movement range, and then finishes off with a banzai samurai sword attack, which wipes out that alien. Although it does leave her a little bit exposed in the middle of the UFO. Oh. And the explosion, which didn't do any damage. Right. So I think it's time to move up some of the guys. Get them into the area of activity. And because we've got forward cover here in the UFO already, we can lose a little bit of caution in terms of the guys in the rear. Oh yeah, save them. You're still on fire, son. So we're going to do a Gremlin Solve Heal. Should put the fire out, I'm hoping. Indeed. And where's Hubba-Hubba? Oh no. This is Jack Connor, so we're bringing Jack up to ideally position him next to the distress beacon, so the star signifies that's one of the areas that you can switch the beacon off from, hack into it. So that's oh, snakeheads, vipers, great. Oh, and a couple of sectoids. So Jack was in an advanced position for switching off the distress beacon, but Found a couple of friends there. Okay, so Hubba-Hubba I'm put into Overwatch, so if the aliens do progress into the team. What are we doing with Servalan? Yeah, we now realise that she's wasted there. All of the activities inside the UFO, so see if she can bring up some covering squad fire by getting into the action a bit more. Now 709 sees 3 aliens. And what are we doing here? I think at the time, oh yes, we're going with the tried and trusted grenade attack. Try and soften up their targets and take away some of the cover. See how successful this is. I think what I'm trying to do here is just make sure that the explosion perimeter gets as many of them as possible. I'm trying for a twofer and not getting twofer there, so just going to like to go for the snakehead, who's probably presents the biggest threat potential. My thinking here is if I moved a little bit closer to the action, then it might be a little bit easier to react to the aliens or to throw the grenade, hoping to get that second guy. Obviously it was a false hope. Yeah. Here I am still trying for the 2 aliens. Seems to suggest you would get 2 though. But we get 1. Right, Boris, where can you go? Obviously trying to avoid that toxic waste. Now, what we like about Boris is obviously he's got a nice big grenade launcher. So, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's give him another dose of grenades and see if we can bring them out of their cover a little bit more. So I'm just wondering, I can see there's the 2 guys in there, and I'm going to use the Boris's grenade launcher, which gives us a greater effect on the target, or sorry, greater perimeter of effect. And we're going to launch it. I was struggling to launch at the moment, so eventually I ended up using the return button, I think. And here we go. Incoming. And great, yeah, definitely scored some additional damage there on the snakehead, although he's not out of the count, and scored some collateral damage on the sectoid. Yeah. Unfortunately, he did bring the reason why he's such a high threat is he uses a tongue attack, and he brought Avon close to the flames there again. And the sectoid kindly disorientated Avon, so still got 3 baddies to take care of. Right, so back to our turn. What to do. And this is just about prioritising the threats with the best people to take on that threat. This was a no-brainer. Jack Connor's got a slash attack that does 3 to 5 damage, I believe, and he's only got 2 health left, so this is an execution from a slash attack. Guaranteed hit. And you're out for the count. Good night. So now down to a body count of 2, in terms of aliens. Who's next in for the action? Well, I'm a little bit concerned about Avon being in the flames, so I wanted to move him out. But he's also got to put himself into a firing position for the two aliens and give him maximum cover or maximum distance from both. There we go. What I didn't appreciate at the time was that he was still quite disorientated from the sectoid, so literally anything quite randomly could have happened. But as it happens, he came with a kill. Good result. So the other thing that was beginning to happen now is I realised that distress beacon count was down to 1, so I'm suddenly getting very panicked around who's going to be taking care of business, and realised I still had 7 of 9 who had 2 actions left, and she was going to do the hack and try for the workstation. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so straight away you can see a 100% chance to deactivate the beacon, a 10% chance to delay the current Dark Event projects by another 2 weeks, and then 4% chance for the Avenger scanning times reduced by 50%. So I think we're going to go for the 10%, and as you can see it's far over to the right, which is where the bar's got to get to. Just demonstrating that. See, that's how far it's got to get to, and where are we at? Yep, lucky if that's 30%. But we did get the deactivated beacon, and that's the first part of the mission done. Moves to green, that's nice. So all that remains to us now is to neutralise all the remaining aliens, if you like. So what I wanted to do is bring the group into a little bit more close cohesion, give themselves covering arcs of fire to take care of any remaining aliens. So up comes Hubba-Hubba. I wanted to put him here into Overwatch in case the remaining alien that we can see moves across his line of sight, and then it gives him a last-ditch effort to kill him. Now I also need to bring in Servalan. She's absolutely serving no purpose outside, and we need to bring her into the group dynamic a little bit more. And there we go. Now I've got more of an effective squad of 6 that, loosely dotted around the spaceship to help one another. Now, I still understand obviously that we've got 1 alien left, so I need to take care of that target. Who am I going to use here? I remember now, it looks like I'm going to chance Avon again, given that he's in the room, but there's no friendly blue-on-blue target potential, so I think the plan was to give Avon a shot, and then if there was any clean-up killing to go on, I was going to hopefully get a promotion for Jack with another bonsai kill. I'll size the alien there and reacquired him. Let's see what this brings on. 5 damage, not too bad, not too shabby given that he's still disorientated. But that does leave him on a health bar of 3. And as we know, Jack does a minimum of 3 with his bonsai charge / attack. So I think he's going in straight in for another coup de grace execution style killing. Come on, Jack, don't let the team down. 100% hit rate and slash. Indeed. Just testing here for iris dilation to see if he's dead, and absolutely is. So that's excellent. It's a successful mission end for Operation Skyhand. Yeah, quite decent. So I think we're not far off the end of this, and we'll start to move into live broadcast in a moment. I think about 2 minutes away. So a decent day out at the day at the races for Avon, and looks like this moved the furthest. Can't believe that Jet Connor moved the furthest, but it did get a couple of slash attacks, which always helps. But Avon took the rest of the day. That exo armour did work out for you, mate. Even if the disorientation didn't. So, unfortunately, I've just realised that I wasn't recording my audio on the first 40 minutes of this mission, so I'm going to have to go back and voice that over. I didn't want to lose the footage, so that'll be a first in terms of doing voiceover, but we'll see what that works like. And Jack did get a promotion. Let's see what we're going to take here. Blade Master, extra 2 damage. I think so, yeah. That's good news. And Avon wounded, burned and frayed. Never mind. What did we get? Newton corpse, Shibata corpse, lots of corpses, supplies. Very nice. 4 Illyrium cores as well. That's a bit more of a haul. Looking forward to seeing what we can do with that. Let's see, 150 supplies already. Okay. Good news. Right, let's see. I think with 219 supplies, we can do something useful. Let's see what we can do. I think we're going to move everybody up in terms of armour.
Before he made contact, I just assumed the spokesman had died or moved on after the council dissolved.
Immediate squad upgrade.
Sounds like he managed to gain
150 supplies.
Government early on, if only to stop leaking intel for the resistance.
What can I do for you, Commander? The aptly named Predator armor should give our soldiers increased longevity.
Beautiful. Trixie, you're looking a little bit wicked. And we've got 69 supplies left, so let's not worry about that too much.
Having the commander around seems to have given the resistance a morale boost, not to mention our crew. I don't think I've ever seen Bradford this happy. Even though he and the commander both know and trust Cato from before the war, I'm withholding my judgment for now. As much as the resistance needs our help, we need their support just as much.
What do we need here for this? Schooljack, 7 days, 50 supplies. I think I just want to see what the contact is. Could do with getting a little bit more income. Commander, after a recent success, members of the resistance have brought us US reports of activity that... Okay. Maybe not right now. Alien alloys. What do we need in terms of supplies to make contact?
Setting course for Sector 15, West Asia.
Lovely. 5 days.
Attempting to establish local regional contact.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander. The aliens make a strong statement by fielding these
Plasma
massive
grenade?
creatures as their frontline combat units. I doubt they thought anyone would resist when faced with the alternative
Grenade
of
launcher?
staring down a muton.
Plasma grenades? Fantastic. Delirium, 7 days. Let's do the Illyrium, I think.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
Oh,
If we want to set back the aliens' work on the Avatar project, we should hit one of their facilities as soon as possible.
I hear you. So we've got 3 days of supply drop, and we're making contact to give us an extra 72 on that.
Workshop facility.
Thanks, Commander. The new workshop will do just fine.
Brilliant. Let's have a look at this. Two stuff from Gremlins. Super. So, clearing debris here. Guerrilla tactics. Power relay. Alien machinery. So, can we excavate that with a gremlin, I wonder?
Commander, I'm going to need more help on the engineering team before I can start clearing out some of these other rooms. We should recruit an engineer.
"15 days. What's the upgrade there? Requires 100 supplies. But we get more gremlins, so I'm going to do that as well. Okay, let's go back to income. Alien debris is cleared. Right, I wanted to put Advanced Warfare Centre needs 115 supplies. I think we're going to do that. So we need to up the power.
This coil could provide us with some additional power for the Avenger systems.
Power
I'll need to add some
upgrade.
shielding first to protect the crew.
80 supplies. Alright, can't do anything without an engineer there. So what we can do is remove one, and increase the power relay. Gives us some more power.
Power relay upgraded.
43. Then the Advanced Warfare Center is 115. So let's scrap that for a minute. What's the upgrade there? 100 supplies there, and gives us some more gremlins. Okay. Finish making contact.
We're reading you.
Super.
New regional contacts located.
If we build a tower, moves that up to 108. Let's finish off this mission.
Plotting new course.
Oh dear.
The aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
I think we're going to have to move into one of these bad boys.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander. It is unfortunate, Commander, that your recent efforts have proven to be so mediocre.
It's not great. One week. Alloy padding. Don't think I'm going to give that away at the moment. Okay. Additional troops. Supply drop. Where is that supply drop? 3 days. Okay, I think I'm going to do this, then do the supply drop. In an area normally devoid of consistent power generation, a small clinic is operation on several alien power cells reappropriated from Advent after our team spent some time helping show up the clinic's defences. The local doctor sisters retake some of the spare cells. Yep. I'm doing that now.
Avenger plotting new course.
Brilliant. EMP grenade. Blue screen rounds. Brilliant. thought we'd done the exoscoot, but obviously not. How many layering? We've got 5 cores.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
Okay, I think we're getting those supplies, and then we're going to go and do an event, I think. But we'll save that for the next episode. Let's see if we can get these supplies. You know, I'm going to ignore this mission for the time being and save progress here, and we will do that event in the very next drop. Actually, no. I'm going to get the supplies. Right, I think we'll call a halt there. I think if I went off and did that mission right now, which seems to be quite critical, it's going to make this episode just a little bit too long to watch, so I'm going to leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but come back straight onto that mission in the very next round, and we'll see where it gets us in terms of progress. You've been watching Hubba-Hubba. Thank you. If you enjoyed the episode, please feel free to subscribe and leave a like below. It'll help my channel out tremendously. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks and good night.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, save the people from the villains, catch the crooks who rob the stores, write my name up.